Meeting. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second official campaign stream. I am Kat Abou-Ghazaleh. I'm running for Congress in the 9th District of Illinois. I am turning down the Spotify playlist that Asha made for me. Everyone say thank you, producer Asha. Thank you so much for joining. This is our second stream of our 4-week trial period. If you are new here, I basically thought, wow, the way a lot of campaigns get their money, which is calling rich people and asking them for money, is not healthy. And even though that's not how we get most of our money, because we're a grassroots campaign, I think it's really important that we try new things, especially in the digital space. And so I thought, what if we tried live stream fundraising? So what we're doing is for the next 4 weeks, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, we are going to be live, playing games, talking to guests. We had Francesca Fiorentini on Tuesday. That sound is when someone donates at catforillinois.com/stream. If you donate, we can shout you out, say your name, and you'll also get that holy cow sound, which is very fun. Also, just see what happens if you donate $69. So today is, we don't have any guests. I'm also going to move because I didn't check my cam. There we go. We don't have any guests because Hades 2 came out today and all I've been wanting to do is play it. And so we're going to be playing Hades 2 and answering your questions and having fun. For full transparency, I have been playing Hades 2 early access for a while. I'm very excited to see how it turns out, but I emptied all of my save slots. I played till like one cutscene that I didn't want to subject everyone to. So let me turn the sound back on Hades 2 and we'll get into it. Drop your questions in the chat. Let us know your comments, your concerns, etc. I would love to talk about anything and everything. I'd also like to encourage anyone, if you're in the Illinois area, tomorrow at 1930 Beach Street, we will be protesting ICE once again. You should join us from 7 to 9 a.m. at 1930 Beach Street. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Hades 2? All right. Web React, amazing.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, that's the sound.
Holy cow.
Question number 1, can you still get money from the rich and increase your efforts? I mean, look, if rich people want to donate, they can. There's nothing stopping them. But our average donation is just $32. We raise the vast majority of our money with small dollar donations, even like our bigger ones that you'll see in FEC reports. That's any donation over $200. Oftentimes it's people just donating multiple times. Yeah, so people are always welcome to donate, except billionaires. If a billionaire donates, we will refund their money. Having to get all the Arcana again sucks. Yeah, kinda, but who cares? Could you allow donating via YouTube chat? I'm also going to turn down the holy cow sound. You cannot have donating through YouTube chat. So basically, when you take campaign donations, you need to ask certain questions, like your employer and your occupation, and you can't do that with, a traditional, chat donation type thing. So, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream. It's the same reason that if you send us a donation by mail, we ask you to include your employer and occupation as well. Oh, kind of a question, kind of a shout out. It was a huge honor to not only get to meet you today at the SBWU picket line, practice picket line, but to get to introduce you to the speaker after me. What did you think of our picket line today? We loved to have, oh, hey, Mel, it's Mel. Yeah, I loved being with y'all over at your practice picket. Thank you so much for including me. For those who don't know, Starbucks workers are being abused by Starbucks. I said this there too, but Starbucks is one of 2 companies that is pretty much synonymous with union busting, and the other is Amazon. And what Starbucks workers have been fighting for, and especially in Illinois, Illinois has led the country in terms of unionizing Starbucks, is a fair contract and being treated well. It's not that much to ask, and yet Starbucks continues to punish its employees. And so thank you so much for including me. I will be with y'all if you do end up striking. A fair contract is a fair contract, and it's what everyone deserves. And also, if you see a Starbucks picketing, don't cross the line. Yes. You can't hear the Hades 2 game. Cool. Could y'all hear the music during the starting screen? Can y'all hear that? You hear it now? Oh, it's super quiet. Okay. It's really loud to me, so. Why don't you I'm a, for yourself? Oh wait, that's so smart. Oh my god. Thank you, producer Asha.
Holy cow.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. All right, how about now? Yeah, I got it. Thank you, chat. It's quiet. Okay. Oh, wait, stop. What? No, it's not. Okay. Yay. Okay, yeah, awesome. Yeah, anyone getting paid less than a living wage is a terrible employer, especially if their stock has done well. Yeah, one thing, I did not know this number. Mel, who is with SVWU, the Starbucks Workers United, was mentioning that their CEO makes 6,000 times what a worker makes in a year. That's not cool. And also, companies do well when their employees are thriving. And if your company can't function without abusing its workers, then guess what? Your company doesn't deserve to exist. That shouldn't be controversial. Yay, I'm so glad the music is there. Together we shine. All right. How are we doing, chat? Do we have any questions? And also, do we have any shout outs, Asha? I heard some holy cows earlier. If you guys want to get a shout out and you want to support the campaign and also show that campaign fundraising doesn't have to be calling rich people in a random room away from voters, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream and then we can shout you out. All right, let's hear it, Asha. No guests today. It is just me playing Hades 2 because it's truly all I wanted to do in life today. And I don't get a lot of time to just play 2 hours uninterrupted. And yeah. All right, let's get some shout outs. From where? Okay. Portia L with our average donation of $32. Thank you so much. Victor M, thank you so much for your donation. John D, thank you for your donation.
Holy cow.
Paul M, thank you for your donation. Brandon P, thank you so much for your donation to the campaign. If you want to be like these people, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream, and that is where that holy cow sound comes in, which people are saying is loud. And so I will turn it down. Where is my cursor? No, it's on OBS. All right, here we go. There we go. Turning down holy cow. All right. Let's get some shout outs. Gabriel E with 69. Thank you so much. And nice. And also, how was that holy cow? Was that less loud? All right. Next one. Christian R, thank you so much. And Colin P with 69. Nice. Can we get a nice in the chat for those two $69 donations? All right, more reasonable holy cow volume. I'm glad to hear it. If it's still a little too loud, just let me know, and Asha will flag for me. All right, y'all. See, the really fun thing, so if you weren't here for last stream, we ended up raising over $8,500. And that sounds like a big deal for the campaign because that's a lot of money, and like that's awesome. But what's even cooler is that we are showing that campaign fundraising doesn't just have to be calling rich people, which is how a lot of campaigns get a huge chunk, if not the majority of their money. It's literally called call time. There's a whole industry around it. One of the first things that campaigns will hire is a call time manager, which is the person that sits in a room with you and helps you answer calls. And Asha has been that for me, although we don't call rich people. We call our donors and thank them and update them on the campaign, and also say if you are able, and only if you are able, you can donate X amount to pay for Y expense. And the best part is to be able to like talk to y'all, and it's awesome. But it's also isolating. And I think about how so many of our representatives spend a lot of their time just sitting in a room and calling people. As Jeff says in the chat, RIP call time. And so raising that much money is a huge deal. Oh, yeah, someone mentioned our 10K donation. We, after last week, I'm sure a lot of y'all saw the video of ICE throwing me to the ground. We received a lot of support, both comments, people checking in on me, and a lot of people donated to the campaign as well. I do want to stress, I am at the Broadview facility, the ICE facility, where ICE headquarters its Chicago area operations as an individual and not as a candidate. But we had a lot of people donate, and I think part of that is people want their leaders to do something. Like, they want you to show up. And if you want to show up and help us stand up against ICE and stand up for our neighbors, you can do so tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Bring a buddy. Tell your friends, if you have friends in Illinois, to come 7 to 9 a.m. 1930 Beach Street. So anyways, we had a lot of people donate to the campaign, and we were so moved, but also a big part of this campaign is using our resources to help others right now, to reach voters, but also materially improve their lives. So we are donating $10,000 to over four organizations in the community. ICER, the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights, Sanctuary Evanston, Sanctuary Niles, and NLG, the National Lawyers Guild, which goes to these protests to make sure to bear witness if there are any violations of the law, and also make sure we have legal representation if anyone is detained. So we want to pay it back. That's why we're donating $10,000 over those four organizations. Dylan G with a recurring donation, which is a fantastic way to help the campaign on a budget. It helps us plan for the future with recurring donations. Thank you so much, Dylan. And if you want to be like Dylan, you can do so at capforillinois.com/stream. Alexa M, thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Fox F, thank you. And Neil S, thank you.
Holy cow.
So they didn't have to make Hecate so hot and mysterious. What does it mean to be at a protest as a person instead of a candidate? I just want to make it very clear to people that I am not there to campaign.
Holy
In fact, when
cow.
people ask me about the campaign there, I'm like, I really appreciate your interest, but like, this is not about campaigning. It is about being here. I would be here if I were not there, if I was not running for office. I want all of our leaders to be at this facility, but I also think it's important to remember why we are there. By the way, if anyone saw me dodge that beam, just W in the chat for me, not to brag. But like, when people were horrified by what ICE did to me and other protesters, you know, they were right to do so, but I also think it's really important to keep the conversation on where it belongs, which is the reason we're protesting. It's that the Broadview ICE facility is inhumane. It is committing crimes against humanity. It is not supposed to hold people for more than 12 hours at a time, and it is instead holding people for days or weeks at a time. We've gotten reports of dozens of people being held in a single cell. Because it's a processing facility, they are denied beds, they are denied hot meals, they are denied hygienic products. When I saw 2 weeks ago them being marched into a van at 5 a.m., the detainees were wearing the same clothes they were detained in, and we have no idea how long they were there. And so when I go to these protests, it is not to be like, I am Kat and you should vote for me, and this is about me, because it's not. And
Holy cow.
I know that sounds counterproductive, talking about it and posting about it, but also I think it is really important for people to, with a big platform or with any sort of power, any sort of privilege, to use that. So whatever
Holy
gets more
cow.
eyes on Broadview and gets more people out to Broadview to protest this facility and put pressure on our leaders to get it shut down, that is what I will do.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
What will your first bill introduced as a representative be? That's a great question. Everything changes every 2 seconds, so I'm not quite sure. We'll see
Holy cow.
the shape of the country if I'm elected in January 2027.
Holy cow.
Like, I've had a lot of people ask about, like, what type of coalition do you want to build? And I'm like, that is an awesome question, but we don't know how many, non-incumbents will be elected, how many challengers will be elected. And I think it's really exciting and scary, but exciting to think about all the possibilities then. Someone asked, do I support the right to repair? That's the idea of being able, like, not having to buy new. Like, you have the right to repair a device. You don't just have to be beholden to the company to insist that it has to be one way or another, or you have to, like, go to them for repairs. Do I have that right? Mandating all Congress people to log 5 streaming hours a week. Absolutely. So real. I do think that this is a great way to communicate with people. Hell yeah, let's talk to Narcissus. To talk to people in a real way. A lot of our politicians, there's kind of like this vibe that it's supposed to be separate. It's supposed to be, you know, this dignity that you have or whatever. And it's like all of our politicians are just people. You know, like everyone is a person with a life and things that they care about and things they don't care about, and passions and traumas and embarrassing stories and things that they really like to eat. And I don't know. I think we'd be better if we just treat politics like a job, because that's what it is. And elections are when you get hired or fired. And stop holding politicians to like this standard that's just not realistic. Both on like a negative aspect for them as people, but also in terms of like lionization or demonization. Like when a congressman believes something Elon Musk does that's very clearly wrong and stupid, it's not because he has some genius information that you don't know. It's because it's your uncle who thinks that Teslas are cool but EVs are gay. Right, Asha? So true. Yeah, get out of here, y'all. Only real gamer girls in this room over here. You know, me and producer Asha. Looking at the chat. Am I missing anything? Tell your friends to tune in, and if you want a shout out, you should go to capitalillinois.com/stream. I heard a shit ton of holy cows there. I know. I'm ready. Andrew GR from. Oh wait, no, we're not doing from. Christopher L with the recurring donation. Thank you so much. If you want to be like them, you can donate at capitalillinois.com/stream. Asha just gasped. Why did Asha gasp?
Andrew M with the 420.
Andrew M with a $420 donation. Nice. Awesome. Thanks for donating. Next one.
Holy cow.
That was our first 420 donation.
Love to see him.
We need to have like a special thing to say for that too.
Gotta have a good one.
Holy
We're shit
cow.
posters.
Gonna ask with our average.
Ian with our average donation of $32, because even with tens of thousands of donors across the country, we are a grassroots campaign with an average donation of $32, which rocks. Thank you, Ian. And Nick W. and Jason D, thank you so much for your donations. And if you want to be like them and help prove to the establishment and the consultant class that fundraising doesn't have to be about fancy fundraisers and calling rich people. It can be having fun online and talking like a real person. You can do so at capitalillinois.com/stream. And if these streams are successful, we'll keep doing them throughout the campaign. There we go. Are your ads monetized? No, I demonetized all of my platforms when I started running for Congress. So my job is literally a conflict of interest. And so I just don't have any income besides the Heater Fan Club, which real ones know. What is the national average of donations? That's a great question. I don't know the national average. A lot of campaigns just don't release their average donation. You'll also hear like something that a lot of people love to talk about on my campaign is that we have
Holy
so
cow.
few donors in district, but we have few donors in district under $200. That's the public donations that you'll see on an FEC report, because we just don't have that many donations above $200, although we're very grateful if you choose to donate. But that's not where the majority of our money comes from. And so we actually totaled it up, and just doing the math, we likely have more in-district donations than all of our opponents combined. But we can't confirm that because no one is as transparent with their donations as we are. It's a very rare thing to see in politics in general, and unfortunately someone said, I'm a district donor, my name is on the whiteboard. Well, a whiteboard if there are multiple ones. We just have the one, so you are our whiteboard person. Thank you so much. Oh, do I have a death defiance? Oh shit.
Holy cow.
How do you survive with no income? I've been depleting my savings. I've been going into credit card debt. I've been relying on my partner to pick up some of my slack, but a lot of it is just depleting my savings, and I get $650 a month from my my heater,
Holy
which is my cat,
cow.
fan club that I had for like a year before this. But right now it's just like I know that there's an end date, so if I could do some
Holy
work,
cow.
I would, but it's a conflict of interest. I can't report on things, especially not for an outlet, and I don't want to monetize. I'm not sure if they're actually like, if this would be a complete campaign no-no, but I don't want to monetize any of my platforms if that means denying access to people, because I think that if you're going to run for office, you need to be accessible. You can't even take a campaign salary. This is a really great question. I have learned how inaccessible running for office is since doing it myself. Give me one sec. I gotta grab something.
Holy cow.
You can take a campaign salary if you are a non-incumbent candidate, which is basically taken from your donations. It is taken from your donations, but it's calculated the maximum as your average income over the last 5 years. So if you've been making $200,000 for the last 5 years, you would be able to take a $100,000 campaign salary, which means that you have more, like you have a cushion while you run for office. And I'm not opposed to this at all. I actually think it's great, especially to get non-incumbent people to run for office. However, if you've been making, say, $32,000 and you're a dad for a family of 4, which is the national poverty line, $32,000, that would be slashed to $16,000. You just lost half of your income. That doesn't make it easier for non-rich people to run for office. And I graduated in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic. It was just not really anything. It wasn't worth it when you go into like payroll taxes and stuff like that. I'll put it that way. So if I did have like more than however much it was going to be, I might take this salary, but it just wasn't worth it. So why did I activate that? No, I can't even get it. Okay, yeah. Exit anyway. And there is a ceiling for that salary, by the way. If you make it's up to the congressional salary, which I believe is $174,000. Any plans for new merch designs? Yes, we got a lot of fun merch designs on the way. No, not to worry, fear not. But if you want to buy the merch we do have, you can do so at catforillinois.com/store. And if you want to donate to the campaign, which you also do if you buy merch, you can do so at catforillinois.com/stream. Why wouldn't they write a law that it was the median income of the state or half your income, whichever is higher? That's a great question. Probably because it makes it easier for people to run for office. Have you held any sort of meetings or conversations with your fellow candidates? Yeah, I have. This is my first time running for office, and I wasn't really sure what it was going to be like talking to my opponents. And it's actually like there's a lot of solidarity there because they're the only ones that kind of understand what you're going through. We've been at, candidate forums together. A lot of us are at the same events. Like Daniel Biss, Bushra Amawala, and Howard Rosenblum and I were all protesting ICE together just the other week or just last week. And you know, Bushra and I were helping wash tear gas out of each other's eyes. And I hope that they come back again this week. Do you have any guest collabs planned? Yes. So on Tuesday, I can announce Tuesdays, right? Yeah. So on Tuesday,
Holy
we've been
cow.
planning to do a
Holy cow.
like a forum type thing on Zoom with prospective candidates, with Amanda Littman, who is who runs. Wait, that's not Tuesday.
Holy cow.
I know that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with Amanda Littman from Run for Something, but it's been very difficult to get everything set up and
Holy
have like its own
cow.
separate Zoom thing. And so she and I are going to talk about how to run for office, the pitfalls of running for office, and y'all can obviously drop questions in the chat. I am actually going to be out of town that day, so we're going to be doing. Asha is going to be streaming from here where the internet connection's super stable, and then we'll both call in. But I'll be back for Thursday. And then on
Holy
Sunday,
cow.
this Sunday, Ben, my partner, is going to be coming on and going to teach me how to play Balatro
Holy
because it's all
cow.
he's wanted to do. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for the next 4 weeks, we are going to be streaming. And you can join us and show the consultant class that fundraising doesn't have to be gatekept for who knows the most rich people. All right, Asha, we got some shout outs. I've been hearing some holy cows. And if you want to shout out, you can donate at capitalillinois.com/stream. Michael H with 69. Nice. William B, thank you so much for your donation. Adam G, thank you for your donation. Matt L, thank you so much for your donation to the campaign. Quest V,
Holy
awesome
cow.
name. Thank you so much for your donation. Karen K, thank you for your donation. Can you repeat that? Marie Cecile V, thank you so much for your donation to the campaign. You guys are making this campaign work because we are not sustained by corporate PAC donations. We are not sustained by billionaire donations. We are not sustained by Republican-funded PAC donations. We are sustained by grassroots donations. Our average donation is $32, and whether you donate $1, $10, $100, or $1,000, you are making this campaign work. And you're not just making this campaign work, you are funding a campaign that is doing things differently. We pay our staff a living wage, which is rare in politics, if any of you have worked in politics. We also
Holy
use our
cow.
resources to help people right now. So we reach out to voters and we also materially improve their lives. Some examples of this, for our kickoff event, we didn't ask for $500 a plate or make it really exclusive. We just asked people to bring a box of pads or tampons, which were donated to Chicago's Period Collective. And we ended up collecting over 5,600 of them. And those went to people that can't afford period products, which are very expensive. We've also brought the nice ones, which is always great. It was actually so funny after that. My campaign manager's car was just piled high with pads and tampons, and I wanted him to get pulled over so bad. The other week, we did a backpack drive in the 5th Ward of Evanston. We gave out over 300 backpacks and donated another 200, all of which was school supplies in them. We had over 300 haircuts at Reese's Barber Studio, which was nice enough to stay open on a Sunday. We were able to give out over 500 meals and register these kids' parents to vote. And that was thanks to donors like you. So thank you. Oh, yeah. Where's your comment?
Holy cow.
Oh, wait, I got it. Replace pinned message. Yay. If you win the election, how important is it for you
Holy
to push for
cow.
federal laws to demask ICE agents? Extremely important. The video that I'm sure a lot of y'all saw last week, that was not the first time ICE has done that to me or to other
Holy
protesters.
cow.
I think it just got a lot of visibility because of, small blonde woman gets thrown down by a man twice her size, and that's supposed to protect us. But obviously
Holy
that's
cow.
not what they're doing.
Holy cow.
And yay.
Holy cow.
And I had a lot of people ask me, why don't you sue them for assault?
Holy
And
cow.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know who these guys are. I don't even know what agency they might work for.
Holy
They're probably with
cow.
ICE, but really it could just be a guy that was like, I'm going to go to the Army surplus store and shove around some women today. Because it seems like every video I see of ICE hurting just like random people, it's always like women half their size. Really cool. And it should be pushing to remove ICE entirely. Completely agree. We need to abolish ICE. We also need to neuter Customs and Border Patrol's domain. Right now they have the
Holy
ability,
cow.
I think it's 100 miles from a border. That is where their jurisdiction is, which means they have jurisdiction over every major city, because that includes like coastlines. You don't need 100 miles from any ocean within your jurisdiction. Every single part of this district, I believe, is within that jurisdiction. And it just gives these agents to act with impunity. I feel like no one would notice if an ICE agent tried to dress up in a super soldier
Holy
costume.
cow.
Yes, that is true.
Holy cow.
I'm ready for some shout outs.
David K. 109.
David K, thank you so much for your $109 donation. Tyler P, thank you so much for your donation. Sahil, which is Asha's cousin's name, thank you so much. Yay!
Jeffrey B.
Jeffrey B, thank you so much for your donation.
Michael J. But not that one.
Michael J, but not that one. What does that mean?
Like
Michael Jordan,
but it's not that.
but it's not Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, donate to my campaign. Anyone who knows Michael Jordan, donate.
Have to become a special
Do y'all remember, Michael Jordan, do you remember when you flirted with my mom that one night and then flirted with her the next night at your steakhouse? Do you remember
Holy
that? Michael
cow.
Jordan? That happened. Very exciting. Anyways, next one. Yeah.
Amy V.
Amy V, thank you so much for your donation.
And Joshua F. is the recurring of our average donut. Sorry.
And Joshua F with a recurring donation, our average donation of $32, because even though we are a campaign with tens of thousands of donors, our average donation is $32. Yeah, so my mom was at his steakhouse here in Chicago on a trip with her sisters, and and he was just like there, and my mom's like very big on not acting like starstruck. She finds it annoying when people do that, and so her sisters were like freaking out. And I love my aunts. I actually just saw them today, but they were like, "Oh my God, it's Michael Jordan." And she was like, "Oh, cool.
Holy
I'm sorry.
cow.
Like, do you want to have like dinner with us or something?" And then she went into the bathroom. I was like 10, and just called us flipping out. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm having dinner with Michael Jordan." It was the funniest shit. Yeah, the Michael Jordan from Basketball and Shoes.
Holy
Actually, the Michael
cow.
Jordan from baseball, as we all know. But yeah, that one. I was like, "Mom, I know you're married, but shoot your shot." All right, Hecate, you can just kill me. It's fine. What is your plan to reverse the increasing cancer rate in youth? I don't think I can do that just myself, but I am for more regulation of, chemicals in everything. It feels like there's so much plastic in our bodies and chemicals in our bodies, and I think regulating that is a good
Holy
thing.
cow. Holy cow.
All right, let's get some questions in here. I love how they made Pandora just Dora, and she's like the one shade that can do stuff.
Interesting.
Holy cow.
Please consider wearing some skating padding / armor when protesting ICE. I would, but once again, I'm broke.
There's something by the broker. Special order privileges from Lord Caron himself.
Nemesis, my crush. Where did the name Heater come from? Heater is my cat. She's awesome. She is my favorite person in the world. She's a person. And she was found on a heating grate in the middle of winter in the Brooklyn
Holy
projects,
cow.
and they found her. She was on a heating grate with a bunch of other orange cats, and they tested her for feline leukemia, and it came back positive, sadly. But she was just like such a little gem that they had to keep her, and they brought her to the shelter, so the Brooklyn Cat Cafe, which is where we met her, and she was such a sweetie that I'd actually never pet a cat before I met her. And you're gonna be like, no, that's not true. No, I'm really allergic to cats, but Ben loves cats, and so for Christmas one year, I was like, oh Jesus, all right, Hermes, calm down. And so when we were doing so for Christmas, I got him like an hour and a half at the Brooklyn Cat Cafe's feline leukemia
Holy
room,
cow.
because they have a little room for feline leukemia. So feline leukemia actually isn't a cancer; it's a virus, and the cats are just more susceptible to getting sick or getting cancer. Anyways, when a cat started purring in that room, I was like, Ben, I think this cat is vibrating. That is how little I knew about cats. And Heater was there, and she just like had such a personality. She had human thoughts, and we couldn't stop thinking about her. And we came back, and all the other cats had been adopted, and she hadn't, which is insane to me. And so we adopted her, and she's magical. She's a magic cat.
Holy cow.
And if you want to support this magic cat and her mom named Cat, you can donate at catforillinoi.com/stream. Illinois needs to make prairies great again. If you live in the area, you should go volunteer at the Niles Food Pantry, the Niles Township Food Pantry. Bonnie over there is very into botany. That's where her background is, and she has converted this entire grassland area in the back to a natural
Holy
prairie.
cow.
And it's so cool when you go over there. You'll see a bunch of butterflies and plants, and it's really relaxing to go and help.
Informed me, whilst you grew supple and strong in the witch's care. Yet knowing Hecate,
I see some questions about housing, and yeah, so our big thing on housing, besides like build more of it, I think what's really important too is ensuring that we are providing federal incentives to work with local companies and business owners at the local and state level, so that way that money goes back into the economy. Because that's one of the big things that I've heard from small business owners around the district is they're like, yeah, building housing is great, no matter what they work in. They're like, this affects us. But a lot of times that money just goes into the same pockets over and over again. Cat's so good at this game, I wonder if I should play it. You absolutely should. I am good at it because when I get stressed, I play it. And I get stressed a lot. And that's on me. But everyone should play it. It's fun. What's my most controversial position? Oh, you guys don't want to hear this. You guys don't want to hear this.
Holy cow.
Yeah, Asha says get ready to clip. I don't think Forrest Gump is a good movie. Hear me out. Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out. I think that the performances are great. I think Tom Hanks is incredible as
Holy
usual. I think he's an
cow.
unbelievable actor. I think pretty much every performance in it is good. I think why it's so beloved is because a lot of especially boomers are like, oh yeah, I
Holy
was there.
cow.
And the effects are great, all that. I rewatched Forrest Gump on a plane a bit ago.
Holy cow.
And I remember loving it as a kid. And then I watched it, and it felt like the moral of the story was listen to what authority tells you. And if you're a sexually liberated woman who supported anything the Black Panthers ever did and didn't support war, that you would die of either hepatitis or AIDS. Like that was the story that I
Holy
got.
cow.
That was the message I got when I rewatched it, and that's crazy. Like just rewatch it before you get mad at me. Rewatch it and be like, wow. Also, like Lieutenant Dan's arc of like not hating Vietnamese people is him being really into a Vietnamese woman, and then also they never mention Bubba again after they start the company. So anyways, I'm ready for donors. That's my controversial opinion. Enjoy, everyone.
Mark M. Oh, Mark M.
Mark M, thank you so much for your donation. If you want to be like Mark M and get a shout out, you can donate at capillinois.com/stream. David P, thank you so much for your donation. Justin B with recurring donation. We love a recurring donation. Thank you so much. Jordan L, thank you so much for your donation. Stanley G, thank you for your donation. Colton S, thank you so much. Keith G, thank you so much for your donation. And Jeffrey F with 69. Nice. Every time I hear Stanley now, I just think of the name Stanley. I just think of Dr. Stone. I've been really into this season of Dr. Stone. And then I finished the manga because I just like couldn't wait.
Cow.
And God, it's so fun. Was anyone really mad about the my Forrest Gump takes? I wasn't looking at the chat then. Asha? This is really what matters. Wow, doing your job. How dare you do your job? Someone said they're not mad. It was just controversial. Like, yeah, y'all asked me for a controversial take and then you're mad it's controversial. I mean, I guess not mad, but still. Do you support banning useless AI? Yeah, I support a lot of efforts on Asha has very strong opinions about AI, as do I. We need a lot of regulation of generative AI. Additionally, we need more restrictions on generative AI. I also would love to introduce a bill that requires companies to ask if you consent to your work or information or posts or anything to be used to train an LLM. Just like when your phone asks if you accept cookies, I think that's the bare minimum that we should be getting from companies. Can we get a cat AI? No. No, you can't. I just said no and fuck you. Someone put me into a chat bot to say a bunch of really awful, disgusting things, and that was cool. I love that you can just do that without people's permission. That's so cool. I do have to say, like, covering the right, especially as a woman, like all of the harassment you get subjected to is a really good crash course for running for Congress. God dang it. No, I'm a sheep. Yeah, I'm a sheep. In the game. Wake up, sheeple. Asha said she's a sheep. In the chat.
Holy cow.
Bah. You really think Hakeem Jeffries could play this game this well? You think Chuck Schumer could play this game as well? You think George Washington could play Hades 2 like this? You think, what's the most random person I can think of? Asha, who's a person? I don't think Elon could play this well. No, he couldn't. Would you support an amendment to the Constitution to protect abortion access? Absolutely. I also think the Constitution should be a living, breathing document as it was intended.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Cinder.
I want Bernie to play Hades 2. I think he would slap. You think you can kill vampires as effectively as Abe Lincoln? I think we should live in harmony with the vampires. Because they're... Look, it's just the other side. You know, we gotta listen to every side. We gotta find some compromise. Let them suck some of our blood.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Some shout outs. Thank you to Dennis for your donation to the campaign. If you want to be like Dennis, you can donate at capperillinois.com/stream. What we're doing here is we're trying to show that campaign fundraising can be fun. This is the first time this has been done at this scale. in American political history. We're doing this regularly. And if we're able to prove with our test streams over the next month that this is a sustainable way to fundraise and a fun way to fundraise, then we'll keep doing it. So anyways, thank you, Dennis. Next
Holy
one.
cow.
Mario G.
Mario G, thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
Francis S, thank you so much.
David G.
David G, thank you for your donation.
Holy cow.
Christian R, thank you so much. Any more?
Holy cow.
Cool, cool, cool. Any plans for another stand-up routine? Yeah, if y'all haven't seen, we did a comedy night for the campaign.
Holy
I did
cow.
what I thought was a 15-minute set and ended up being 30 with an audience.
Holy cow.
About Michael Flynn's website where he tries to get you to sell your unvaccinated blood and semen and breast milk and children. I talked about it a bit last stream. You can find it on YouTube. But yeah.
Give up.
Bringing me to Asphodel. How are the donated funds used? That's a great question. A big part of it is paying our staff. We pay our staff a living wage, so that is a large part of our budget. And it's something that a lot of campaigns will try to skim on, and we don't. Additionally, I think that one of the biggest shames of our political system is how we don't use campaign funds in a responsible way. I kept thinking in 2024, I was like, how many people's college tuition could be paid with this over $1 billion that we're doing? How many people could be fed? How many healthcare bills could be paid off? Over $1 billion. And how much more convincing would that be about democratic values than any speech, any, collab, anything like that? And so I thought for our campaign, what about we do that? And so when you donate to our campaign, you are not just donating to help me win, you are donating for a new type of political theory. So we use our campaign funds to reach out to voters and also materially improve their lives. We try to make sure that everything in our campaign is dual purpose, as many things. So like our campaign office, for instance, doubles as a mutual aid hub. So people can come in and take what they need, clothes, food, toiletries. We've got a ton of tampons, diapers, baby formula, books.
Holy
Our
cow.
events, we often try to double them up as well as events that can help the community. And so, yeah, when you donate to our campaign, you are not just donating to help our campaign, and you are not just donating to do good stuff. You are donating to do both at the same time, because I think that why should we just say what we believe? We should act it out. Yeah, what's going on?
Holy cow.
Okay, let me just finish this round. You can finish it.
Holy cow.
Producer Asha needs to fix something. All right, Producer Asha.
Producer Asha coming in.
Yes, I was playing, but Producer Asha wants me to not play.
Ugh, sorry guys. I wanted to work.
By the way, tomorrow morning, 1930 Beach Street. I will be there protesting ICE from 7 to 9 a.m. I'll be getting there a bit earlier, at around 5 probably. They do deportations there, so we're there to bear witness and advocate and for our neighbors and work.
Holy cow.
And I hope y'all will join me 7 to 9 if you're going. I didn't send that. Asha did, and it didn't. Oh, yay!
Okay.
Awesome.
Holy cow.
Coming back.
I know the poster's a bit high. We're gonna fix it tomorrow. It says only you can prevent fascism, but right now it just says
Holy
fascism.
cow.
Fascism.
Fascism.
But anyways, you guys should join us at 1930 Beach Street tomorrow to protest ICE. We need to get this facility shut down, and we can only do that with your help. And also, if you can't come, ask your leaders to come. Ask your elected officials, especially if you're in Illinois, to show up
Holy
1930
cow.
Beach Street tomorrow morning. We got donations? All right, let's give a shout out. If you want to be like any of these donors and get a shout out and also
cow.
support our campaign, you can do so at catforlona.com/stream. All right, Asha, hit me.
Right
Sorry? Brighton A with a recurring donation. Thank you so much. Ian B, thank you so much. Wesley M with $132. I don't know what that number represents, but thank you so much for your donation. Brad D, thank you so much for your donation. And Alexander M, thank you so much. Yay. In Tennessee here, wondering how I donate. You can do so at catforillinois.com/stream.
Holy cow!
Lord Caron set up shop. Let us together shine this night. The boatman Caron has
I might as well get this one out of the way. We're also planning to do a coat drive soon, so keep an eye out for that. Also, if you have any donations, especially food and snacks to put on our mutual aid shelves, you're always welcome to drop by 7016 North Clark Street to bring those over. People come in all the time to get what they need, and we're trying to create a third space where people can exist without spending money. I just realized how few of those we have. And did Heater just knock something down?
Holy
Yeah,
cow!
what is she doing? I heard. You being a little rascal? She's so cute. Guys, I have the cutest cat in the world. Can you mail physical donations? Yeah, you can mail a check or cash up to $50. You can find that on our... Huh? P.O. Box 267 in Evanston, Illinois. What is it, 60624? You can also email our hello inbox, hello@catforillinois.com. Please include your name, your address,
Holy
and
cow.
your employer and occupation. We need that for FEC data.
Dora, don't you? Nope. Can't say any of that rings a bell.
I would love to show
Where
you.
the family members you don't like live, right? And the titan of time.
She is okay with me picking her up sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna try to get Heater, but I think she's a little zoomy. Huh?
Oh no, that's just exciting.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna try to get Heater.
Holy cow!
Guys, I'm back. Not about it. It's not about it. Sorry about that. Okay. She's a little too zoomy right now. I think what it would take to win men back are things that most on our side of the left just wouldn't be willing to do. I don't really know what you mean by that, but what I can tell you is that we have a lot of young men volunteers. I think a big part of that, and if any of our young men volunteers are in this chat,
Holy
please
cow!
let me know if I'm getting things wrong. But a lot of it is like, we live in a society that punishes vulnerability, that tells men their only worth is what they can produce, and that they shouldn't be vulnerable in any
Holy
way, shape, or
cow.
form. And I don't think that's good. And then we took away all of the
Holy
spaces they could be in, and we said, that's sorry, that's how it is, and you should be angry about it. And then people like Steve Bannon capitalized on that
Holy
anger
cow.
and created spaces online before anyone else did because he saw what was happening. And so we really just tried to welcome everyone. And one story that I always tell about this is we had a bunch of
Holy
shelves
cow.
that needed to be built. And so we sent in our Discord, which, by the way,
Holy
if you want to
cow.
volunteer, whether you're remote or local, you can do so at discord.gg/catforillinois. But we asked a bunch of people in our Discord, hey, does anyone want to come help us build shelves? And we like had 8 dudes come and help us build shelves. And they barely talked to me. They just built shelves and like had fun building shelves together. And it was just existing without the expectation to do anything else. It was really nice. As a youngish man, correct. Yeah.
Holy cow.
We got donors? All right, we got some shout outs. Who we got?
My keepsake.
Sean W., thank you so much for your donation. And if you want to be like Sean, you can donate at capraillinois.com/stream. What was that? Katana A with a 69. Nice. Michael L., thank you so much. Someone also asked, how are the shelves? The shelves are great, and if you helped us build them, you're great. Michael L., thank you so much. Kelsey S., thank you so much for your donation.
William T.
William T., thank you so much.
Remington J with $4.
Remington J with $4.20.
Oscar F.
Oscar F., thank you so much. How many viewers do we have right now?
Are at
Awesome. Amazing. Alrighty. Tell your friends to join. Send the link. Tell them to come on. Tell your faves to come be guests on the stream too. How can those of us in Milwaukee help? No matter where you are, you can volunteer. You can volunteer at discord.gg/cat for Illinois. We have all sorts of people and like all sorts of talents that we want to use. Just because something isn't traditionally used in a campaign doesn't mean we don't want to try it. And also, if you have any friends in the area, tell them to vote.
Holy cow.
And then also, you can donate. And you can donate at capraillinois.com/stream. What do I want? Matt H donated $150. Thank you so much. And y'all can do that at capraillinois.com/stream. And Nathaniel B with 69. Nice. I gotta let y'all know that my campaign manager was like, I don't really know if this streaming thing will work. And then after the last one, he was like, okay, as my penance, I added a 69 auto thing that people can click. So, Sam, if you're watching, it's very silly. Thank you.
Holy cow.
I'm a Gen Z male. I'm here because I like the vibes and because I want to see politicians who are ancient and understand our struggles. I think that's really what it is. Like, I feel like a lot of our leaders are like, oh, you have to be sexist to get young men. And young men want what everyone else wants, and that's to live happy, safe lives and for their loved ones to have the same. Like, there is no population that doesn't want that. Hatred, misogyny, racism, homophobia, all that stuff comes from fear from people.
Holy cow.
Like every Republican that spreads hate-mongering bullshit.
Holy cow.
Just pumping that into communities and saying, hey, things are really bad because your material needs aren't being met. Yeah, that's from our policies, but don't pay attention to that. Instead, blame it on this population or that population. And that's how you get a lot of people that are willing to be on board with just blatant hatred. And it's because ignorance, the effects of it are negative, but it itself is value neutral. So you like just don't know what you don't know. The example I give for this is, I grew up Republican, like very Reagan Republican. And it wasn't until I moved to Tucson for high school and I had friends that were, Dallas is very segregated by income, and I had friends that were like profoundly poor and were much smarter than me and couldn't go to college because they had to help take care of their families. And I was like, oh, you mean Ronald Reagan wasn't right about everything, which is insane. But you don't know what you don't know. Another example is, I grew up in Texas and I had no idea about the Osage murders until I saw Killers of the Flower Moon. And there would be no way for me to have found that without being exposed to it. So there are always going to be people that are shitty and bigoted and all that, but there are a lot more people that live in a bubble of misinformation that people like Rupert Murdoch and Peter Thiel spend billions of dollars every year to keep people in. Is your family still Republican? No. So when I was going through that kind of transformation, that was right around when Donald Trump announced his presidential run, or I think it was his second at that point. But we did not fuck with him from the start. I remember us being like, I actually wrote an op-ed about this in my high school paper of like, yeah, Marco Rubio is my candidate. I bet he'll solve everything. Marco Rubio. Jesus Christ. But it was really helpful in getting us to reevaluate where we were and what we wanted to support. And the thing that like I really came to the conclusion of, and my parents did too eventually, was a lot of the values that we had didn't actually align with the party that we had assigned to ourselves or that my mom had grown up in. Like, I'm very glad I didn't grow up in a Christian nationalist household. There was never a single time when I was a kid that I thought, wow, I can't do something because I'm a girl.
Holy cow.
And that's more of a testament to my parents, and especially my mom, who was just very cognizant of those types of stereotypes. But
holy cow.
There's just so much that you don't know unless you're exposed to it. And so my parents, they both voted for Hillary. By the time, at that time I was 17 during the election, so I couldn't vote. But I like considered myself a Democrat. I registered as a Democrat in the next election I was in. I did like some voter registration drives. And by the time I got to college, I was like, I want to devote my life to covering, you know, the right, which I did at Media Matters, and fighting for a more equitable future and progressive politics. So yeah, that's my thing. Will found the Marco Rubio article organically. Yeah, it's like some, like, God, someone should have bullied me. Just me, not in general, just me. But that's why, like, I don't think that the answer to getting, you know, the other side is empathizing with fascism and pretending it's an accurate point of view. I think it's saying, hey, we want to actually make a difference and do action. Like, that's why I stress so much on using meeting people's material needs. Every party has incredible coffers, and we shouldn't be using it to make Joe Rogan in a lab. We should be using it to fund food banks and clinics. We should be saying, I know that Donald Trump has made all of our lives harder, and instead of saying, see, your guy voted for that, or you voted for this guy, say, that sucks, right? And let's try something different. Like, maybe you were misled, and maybe there are people that like what ICE is doing, but I've talked to a lot of Republicans that look at our campaign in this district that are like, I don't know if I agree with everything you say, but I'm willing to listen because I think you actually want to fight and you actually believe in what you say. And I don't feel that, gosh dang it, this is what happens when you become a sheep. All right, I guess I'll just die. Give me Freenos so he can eat it. And so, like, just when people, I guess what it comes down to is when people want to engage in good faith, but you never have to justify your existence or deny others theirs. That needs to be a hard line for everyone. I saw this bit in stand-up in college where I was like, the problem with, like, compromise, which a lot of our, ooh, they changed the icon for that, which a lot of our, especially Democratic leadership talks about, is like, if 50% of the country wants to eliminate all racial minorities and 50% doesn't, you don't compromise and exterminate half of the world's racial minorities. Like, that's not how compromise works. Compromise is when you agree on a basis for human rights. And then you can figure out different ways to do things, but you have to agree on the basics that everyone deserves equal rights, that everyone deserves housing, healthcare, and groceries, that everyone deserves to live a safe and happy life, and that people who hurt others should be held accountable.
Just checking up on you. I'll take the special.
Yeah, as Asha was just about to put in the chat, if you want a shout out in our campaign, you can donate at capraillinois.com. Yep, we got some shout outs.
Yep.
Oh wait, someone just said you can't compromise with a bully. They'll just want more.
will flourish.
Bingo. Like that's really what it is. They don't even want capitulation. They want total submission, and until you have that, they will keep taking. Okay, Asha, give us some people to shout out.
Mark G.
Mark G, thank you so much for your donation.
E with the
She's here.
Nick B with the recurring donation, thank you so much.
James T with 100.
James T with $100, thank you so much for your donation.
John M.
John M, thank you so much.
Tyler S.
Tyler S, thank you for your donation.
Frederick F.
Frederick F with $100, thank you so much.
Hosea Lay with 6.
What was that?
Maya.
Hosea?
Yeah.
Hosea was 69,
Holy
thank you so
cow.
much, and also nice.
Jonathan 5.
Jonathan C with $25, thank you so much.
And Aldrin.
What was it?
Aldrin.
Cool. And Aldrian E with donation. Thank you so much for your support of this campaign. And if y'all want to be like those people and get a shout out and also hear that holy cow sound, which we haven't acknowledged in like a solid few minutes, you can chip
Holy
in
cow.
at catforillinois.com/stream. Can I make a game request? Actually, yeah, we should have a running doc of game requests. Oh, dope. Yeah, give us your game requests. Asha, you're unbelievable. You're so good at your job. Everyone say thank you, producer Asha. You gonna stream any other kind of games? Yeah, we played a little cozy game on Tuesday. I'm down to play whatever. I am just vibing.
The dead shall rise.
I really want fire. I was joking with my mom that I just really want to play a bunch of backgammon, which is just the Arab in me. Like, sorry.
Hestia.
I love gin rummy. I just play it with one deck.
Better.
Yeah, producer Asha, teach me how to play 2-deck Indian gin rummy.
Upon me.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
Why don't we try again?
for blood? Okay, cool. You can kill me. Velatro is coming Sunday. Also, can non-US donate? No, you have to be a citizen or a permanent resident. What's the gasp for, Asha?
The gas because we already talked about
Ooh, sure. I've never played it.
Alex Rapp.
What spooky game should I play for Halloween?
Holy
Also, I want to dress up
holy
as
cow.
Melanoe for Halloween, just so everyone knows. I'm not sure if I'll be able to have time to make a costume, but that would be really fun, and I think I can pull it off. From what? Maybe.
Ask chat if they know.
Do y'all know the Rainbow Magic Fairies? I was thinking like Wix, but I feel so old.
Oh, the 130. Donor guy came in.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Wes M said, Gen X father here. $100 is a bit more than the average donation for me, wife, and my.
That is so sweet. Wes Emma donated $132, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder what that number's for." And he said that it was a little bit over the average donation for him and his wife and his 2 daughters, and that's very sweet. Thank you so much. Sure. Yeah, I feel so old. You're 26. Don't you dare. Yeah, I know. That's the rough part about living nowadays, because it's like I'm 26 and yet I talk to like a younger Gen Z person who was like, I didn't know that
Holy
Netflix had
cow.
DVDs. Like, that's so rude. My little cousin one time told me that I was born in the 20th century, in the 1900s, and like that's the rudest thing anyone could ever say. I was born in 1999. Like, when people look at my ID, they're like, oh yeah, no problem, because I see a 1 there. Asha's being rude. If you want to support the campaign, you can do so at capperillinois.com/stream. Let's talk again about like why we're doing this. So the way that a lot of campaigns get their money is with this thing called call time, which is literally when people just sit in a room and donate every rich person they know, and sometimes on like lists that they trade with other candidates or buy from other candidates or firms. There's like a whole economy that's built on
Holy
call
cow.
time. Call time managers, people, fundraisers that have lists. In fact, I think it was yesterday we learned that for the first time ever, campaigns are spending more on fundraising than they are on ads, which means they are spending more on getting money than they are on trying to convince people to vote for them. And don't get me wrong, I think that we also spend a lot on ads that are maybe not as effective, but to spend even more money than you do on convincing people to vote for you, instead just on fundraising, that is nuts. Like, there's just no way about it. And so call time is kind of the like biggest aspect of, it's the cornerstone of a lot of campaign fundraising. It is seen as something you just have to do. We have tried to do it in like a different way, like with a lot of our campaign. So we'll call donors, we'll invite people to events if we're in their
Holy
area,
cow.
and then we'll also call donors and update them on the campaign first and foremost. Like, that's our top priority. And then we also tell them, you know, if you're able and only if you're able, and if you want, and only if you
Holy
want,
cow.
you can donate Y to cover X upcoming expense. And it's been really fun to talk to people about the campaign, but it's also, I'm sitting there being like, we could talk in other ways. And also it's time that I'm just sitting in a room with Asha, which I love. Don't get me wrong, Asha. Dialing people and leaving a bunch of voicemails. And once again, if you've received a voicemail, would love to chat and love talking to you when you do call back. But when I asked why we have to
Holy
do this,
cow.
the answer I always got was, this is what you have to do. It's just what you have to do. Like, everyone has to devote. Sometimes candidates will devote most of their time in a day to this. A lot of elected officials will as well. Like, when you hear about dialing for dollars, that's what it is. And campaigns raise a lot of, if not the majority of their money that way. We don't, but you know, it's still something that you're expected to do. So I thought, is there a way that we can do things differently, just like we do with a lot of our campaign? And we came up with the idea, or honestly, I did because I was like, it would be fun to play video games more, of doing a live stream and try to figure out a way to integrate campaign fundraising into that. And so we're debuting it. We did our test streams last week. We had our first official stream on Tuesday, and this is our second one. And we're doing this for the next 4 weeks. And if it's successful, we'll keep doing it through the campaign. And so basically, when we are showing, like when we raised almost $9,000 on Tuesday, it's a big deal because, you know, that's very helpful to the campaign and the mission that we're doing. But it's also a huge freaking deal because it shows that call time is not the immutable inevitability that every politician acts like it is. There are other ways we can do things, and that's what we're trying to show. So if you donate to the campaign at catforillinois.com/stream, you can help us prove that. Wait, is this live? Yes, it is. And we are streaming on
Holy
Twitch.
cow.
I'm gonna die. Bummer. I'm down. Let's pick a game you're good at. Let's pick a game you're good at. No, it's recording. Cat is just
Holy cow.
precognizant. This is true. I'm omnipotent, omniscient. You'll see me everywhere. Whoops. Did I see that there's 17 people in your primary? Yeah, we have a lot of people in the primary, and we're polling second. Which is a huge deal considering that I was the long shot in March. That I am not someone that's been in politics for decades, that I'm doing things a lot differently. And that's thanks to our amazing staff, our amazing volunteers, and the different type of vision we have. And it's thanks to y'all for supporting our campaign, both as volunteers, which if you're not in our Discord already, you should join at discord.gg/CatForIllinois, and for donating, which you can do at catforillinois.com/stream, and we can shout you out. Yep. A few shout outs for the stream. Stephen M., thank you so much for your donation. John K., thank you so much for your donation. John P., thank you so much for your donation.
Holy
Sam B., thank you.
cow.
Amir R.
Holy
was
cow.
69. Nice. Lisbon M, thank you so much. And Tom S, thank you so much. Someone said we need all primaries to be ranked choice. I completely agree. With this many candidates,
Holy cow.
whoever will get the nomination could possibly win with like 20% of the vote. And I would rather lose with ranked choice voting than win that way. So I would love to see ranked choice voting instituted at all levels of government. Oh, I want Argent Skull.
The arms of night.
Holy cow.
To the abyss.
Someone asked what's Heater's favorite game. She loves playing Dangly, which is when anything dangles. She loves playing Be a Cute Little Tiny One.
Holy cow.
Laser Pointer, of course. She also has this like UFO toy. It's like shaped like a flying saucer, and then it has this little feather dart out.
Holy
She loves those
cow.
games. She's got really good taste.
Holy
Oscar the
cow.
Third, thank you so much for your donation. Kasim with $69, thank you so much. Nice in the chat, please.
Holy cow.
John B, thank you so much for your donation. And Cameron V. B as in boy. Cameron B, thank you so much for your donation. If you want to be like any of the people I just shouted out and hear that holy cow sound or get a shout out, I guess it'd be you can do so at CAFRILlinois.com/stream. And when you donate,
cow.
you don't just get that awesome holy cow noise and support our campaign and get a shout out, but you also support our campaign, which is awesome. And we appreciate it because we can only win with y'all. We're up against a lot of people and we're going to be up against big money. And that's why we need your help. Yeah, someone says streaming is going to work so well for honest candidates, but conflicted candidates are going to hate the fact
Holy
that awkward
cow.
questions will appear in the chat again and again. Yeah, and I mean, like, you just can't answer every question in the chat because there are a lot. Although one said, is access to food and clean water a human right? You bet it is. But, like, that's the thing, is I'm sure I'll say, like,
Holy cow.
something embarrassing or misspeak at some point. But, like, that's what human beings do.
Holy
And I
cow.
think it's good for politicians to be reminded that they're human beings. I forgot to give Hestia a little gift. No, but I was a, like, Greek mythology kid, but I never read Percy Jackson.
Holy cow.
For me.
Are you okay after Ice body slammed you? Yeah, I really appreciate everyone's concern. I am okay. My ass was a bit bruised, but it's healing up well. And after last week, my hand is also better, which was surprisingly the thing that hurt the most. Stop it. That's so rude. Sorry, I'm talking to the game. But tomorrow, I would really appreciate anyone in the Illinois area to join us at 1930 Beach Street, Beach, in Broadview, Illinois, to protest ICE. This is where I've been for the last, every Friday morning for the last now 4 weeks. And we need pressure on this facility to get it shut down. And we need your help to do that. So show up 1930 Beach Street, 7 to 9 a.m. Also encourage your elected officials to come as well. We need as many eyes on this facility as possible, and we need to get it shut down. This is a processing facility, so people are not supposed to be held for more than 12 hours at a time. They are being held for days or even weeks at a time without beds, without hot meals, without access to hygienic products. They are committing crimes against humanity in this facility, and it will only stop when it's shut down and these people are returned to their families. Someone said you should press charges against the guy that threw you down. Maybe, except I have no idea who he is. He has a mask on. He has he had no identifying badge or anything. It literally could just be some guy that went to Spirit Halloween and picked up a douchebag costume and then decided that he wanted to go to an ICE facility and hit women. Kat, you need one of those big inflatable balls that you roll around in like a hamster? That'd be dope. I'll try to get me a hamster ball right now.
Holy cow.
From the hamster store, obviously.
Holy cow.
I really, really tried to have disdain when I looked at you. It was hard. It was so hard. Get Cat a Gundam. That would be so cool. I'd be so tall. What other game should we play? I love a good cozy game, but also I'm down with really anything. I know I had to play Fortnite at some point. I've never played in my life, so it'll be like really embarrassing, but hell yeah. We all deserve to be humbled sometimes. Why are there so many people here? Go away. No, not on stream. No, y'all are great. I was talking to the little monsters over here. No, you guys stay and bring people. Tell them to come. Tell them to come hang. Tell them to be a part of a campaign fundraising revolution. And you should donate at caprillinois.com/stream.
Holy cow.
Exactly. Holy cow. I have 149. We one off. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Oh wait, no. I thank God I picked that. That Hermes thing. Kat, have you seen a video of another ICE agent doing basically the same thing that was done to you at a New York immigration court? Yeah, they just really love attacking women. Like there is nothing that ICE agents love more than beating women. Like, I feel like every video I see of them is them finding, like, some unarmed woman half their size. And don't get me wrong, you shouldn't treat anyone this way. But, like, there's just something about hitting women that they just love to do.
Cow.
I mean, that video of me getting thrown to the ground, that was actually the third time that ICE had done that in a period of, like, 7 days. They love throwing me in particular, which is, I guess I'm just very throwable. But, yeah, someone check on these guys' wives, although I'd be surprised if women could be around them. Why am I doing so bad? Benjamin H with the $100 donation. Thank you so much. If you want to be like Benjamin, you can donate at caprillinois.com/stream. Evan B with 69. Thank you so much. And nice. Connor Y. Connor Y what?
Holy cow.
Thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
No, I don't want to be a
Holy
sheep
cow.
again. Oh my god, this is so
Holy
annoying.
cow.
I need Freenos back. Real Hades 2 enjoyers know what I'm talking about. I'm a Freenos girly over here.
Holy cow.
By the way, if you come to the Broadview protest tomorrow, bring a buddy. If you plan to stay after it seems like ICE will escalate, make sure that you have a face mask and some type of protective eye gear. If you have any medical experience, if you're an EMT, if you have any medic training, we always need more medics, and you can be very, very helpful providing any medical expertise that you may have. So 1930 Beach Street tomorrow morning, 7 to 9
Holy
a.m.
cow.
Until this place is shut down, we'll be there Friday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Hope you join us, 1930 Beach Street. And if you're there, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be the girl that's really annoying. Wow, Asha. Bring ear and eye protection too. Yes. I have a snorkel mask that someone gave me from last week, so I'll look really stupid.
That's so funny.
It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, like, look, well, if there's tear gas, like, I'll just keep it around my neck. But yeah, if there's tear gas, I'll breathe through my mouth through a mask. I'll look really cool.
Could try a different one.
Returned, have you?
Pretend have you. Thank you, Will. Sorry, what, Asha, what? Do I play D&D? I played it some with my... No, he's not going to fight me. I've already played this game before. You can't trick me. I played a bit in college with my college boyfriend and his roommates. But I love watching D&D, and we actually would love to do like a D&D stream for the campaign. A campaign, if you will.
Wait. That briny smell.
Asha plays D&D. But yeah, I watch a lot of Dimension 20. And no Cloud Word Ho spoilers, please, because I am so behind. I've been doing stuff like running a campaign. What's Wilmot's warehouse? That sounds cute. I love alliteration.
Holy cow.
Okay, cool. We still got a half hour left. I don't say that because I'm sick of y'all. I say that because I have to go to bed as soon as I finish this so I can get up early to go to Broadview, and that means going to sleep, and I want to play more Hades too and hang out with y'all.
Holy cow.
Best girl's coming. Let's go. Huh? I think so. Yeah, if you guys want to support the campaign and make my time playing Hades 2 today even better, you can donate at catfrillinois.com/stream, because when you're donating at catfrillinois.com/stream, you get to hear a fun sound that says "Holy cow."
Holy
There you
cow.
go. You also support our campaign, and you make it easier for us to not only win, but also help people while we do it, because this campaign is not just about
Holy
some
cow.
vanity campaign. It's about showing that politics can be about real change right now, positive change before election day, and not dangled like some carrot for
Holy
after.
cow.
So donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Oh, she is the worst gift, and it's so hard to say because I love her so much.
Holy cow.
Truly.
I bet you could get on a D20 season if you win the primary. Yeah, this is just a long con to get on D20. Also, Celebrity Jeopardy. Guys, I would kill in Celebrity Jeopardy. I would be so good at Celebrity Jeopardy. I would win $1 million for charity, and it'd be awesome. And if y'all know how to get on Celebrity Jeopardy, let me know. No, this is so rude. I think it's so mean
Holy
when these
cow.
little creatures that exist to do damage to me. Why would they do that? Campaign bar trivia night. Oh, completely agree. That'd be fun. We need to do a trivia night. I mean, we can get Brennan or Maria to run a campaign event for you. Like, look, that's all I... Don't talk to me and Asha about that. Brennan follows me on Instagram, which we both found out, and Asha and I, and we've been too shy to message him. But, yeah, don't even joke.
Holy cow.
I think it'd be fun to do like a little campaign one shot that's like a allegory for fascism with some of the y'all are saying do it, and it's like, guys,
Like, if I could.
if I could, I would. So ugh, dang it. See, this is what happens when y'all tell me to get Brennan Lee Mulligan to DM the campaign and then act like I have control over this. Anyways, did y'all see Crowd Control? Asha, have you been watching Crowd Control
Holy
on
cow.
Dropout? I haven't watched the second episode because it has Paul F. Tompkins, who Ben and I both love, and I can't watch it without him. And Jamie Loftus. Jamie's great. Can we also get a shout out to our mods in here who have been so great at moderating the chat and making sure that everyone is normal and cool.
Holy
And
cow. Holy
including
cow.
producer Asha, but also all of our other mods. And many of them work double time for our campaign Discord as volunteer mods, which you can join at discord.gg/CapForIllinois. Asha, they said that you should get Brennan to run a campaign for,
Yeah,
and
I'll
it's like
do it.
you'll be
Yeah.
so normal. You'll be so normal.
I'll be so normal.
Chat, do y'all think I can clear Scylla in less than 120 seconds? I think I can.
Holy
I'm gonna
cow.
try. Probably not. We'll find out.
You are welcome sight, my lord. Would you indulge me for
What do you think your odds are in the election next year? Look, we're polling second, and that's out of like, I think someone said 17 today. I don't know if people have
cow.
dropped out, but there was 21 at the max, as I found out.
Is it any better?
And we have a lot of room to go. I am, the newcomer candidate. I was the long shot in March, and now we're polling second. So you're not just supporting a candidate with
Holy cow.
that's like fun to be on Twitch. You're supporting someone that has a chance at winning. I think there are a lot of really cool people that have run for office over, especially like the last like 10 years, that unfortunately just don't have the infrastructure to win. We do. And so you can support us by donating at capillinois.com/stream.
Holy
I'm
cow.
not going to make it out of here. Bummer. And get a gamer in Congress, guys, which is obviously the problem with our leadership is we don't have enough gamers. Yeah, I'd love to shout out some donors.
Holy cow.
PRB, thank you so much for your donation. Timothy F.
S.
Timothy S, thank you so much for your donation.
Richard B, $420.
Richard B with $420. Nice, we love to see it.
Absolutely. Just, Kyle H. with
Kyle H with 69. Nice.
Fated list of minor
Avery.
prophecies.
Avery D, thank you so much for your donation.
Josh J.
Josh J, thank you for your donation.
Holy cow.
Jose R, thank you for your donation.
Brian E.
Brian E, thank you so much.
Ryan
Ryan H, thank you for your donation. And that's it. Thank you so much, y'all.
Holy cow.
We got 30 minutes to go, y'all. So, hang out and chat, ask some questions. As I was saying, at this point, not having more gamers is genuinely weird. Here's my thing, is like, there have to be a lot of members of Congress that enjoy anime and gaming and all that stuff, but they just don't talk about it. And like, I think it's actually a good thing for you as someone campaigning to connect with people to be like, yeah, I have a personality and ideas, but maybe I'm just a weird lib. So weird.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. That holy cow sound is what happens when someone donates. So you can donate at capillinois.com/stream, and then we'll hear that sound, and then we'll be like, oh, someone donated, and we can shout you out. We only got 30 more minutes for you to get a shout out. So you know what to do. Holy cow. Ooh, Dr. Stone. Sorry, what was my favorite anime? Someone asked. Dr. Stone. I've been having a lot of fun with Dr. Stone. Also, With You in the Rain is very cute. I watch it with Heater. Heater really likes anime. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. She'll watch any anime. My cat.
Keep practicing, as though you still had lives that depended on it.
I'm off.
What, the esports thing?
Beginning assignment.
Oh no, Heater loves anime. She will watch. She just loves anything animation. She loves Bob's Burgers. Like she genuinely watches it. We watched like any Miyazaki movie. She'll just sit there on the corner of the bed and watch it, like rapt attention. She really likes television. She's like her parents in that way. Have you seen Akira? Yeah, and Heater liked that one. Not as much as she likes Spy Family. She loves Spy Family. Also, Asha, can I ask a favor? Would you be able to turn the kettle on and then give me some more hot water? Thank you, thank you. What else does my cat like in terms of anime? Cat, can you play any instruments? Yeah, guitar was my pandemic hobby, and I'm not good at it, but I play it so I can sing my little songs in my house, and it's nice. Peter also likes listening to Ben and I play guitar, which is very cute. I know it sounds like I'm like making up lies about things my cat enjoys, but I'm not. I guess you just had to see it to believe it. If you win, would you help other people get elected who don't have the infrastructure to run? Absolutely. That is a huge thing that I care about. I learned how inaccessible it is to run for office if you are not wealthy or well-connected, and I am neither of those, but I had a large platform that I built myself, but it's still such a privilege to have when you're starting a campaign. And I want to pay that forward. Actually, on Tuesday, we are having Amanda Littman from Run for Something on the stream, and we'll be talking about different, about running for office and some of the pitfalls and some of the tips that you have. So join us on Tuesday. How does my cat Heater feel about Evangelion? I didn't have her last time I rewatched it, so we had to find out. Asha, someone asked how you are. Asha said she's doing okay. You want to talk to the chat?
Holy cow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
But as for people running for
cow.
office, like, the thing is I wish I could talk. Like, I wish I could answer more questions, especially when it comes to mutual aid. We have a lot of people that are like, I'm running for office at all levels, not just for Congress, and want to incorporate some of like these mutual aid tactics that your campaign has been doing. And I want to get to all of them. And like, guys will never believe it, running for Congress, like, just, your life is taken over by it. Like, people are like, you're going to drop some balls. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm built different. And I'm not.
Cow.
It's so hard. It's rewarding, but it's hard. And anyways, so because we can't, like, I just can't talk to all these people individually as much as I want to. Hopefully on Tuesday we can answer some of their questions, especially in the chat.
Holy cow.
If Kat gets elected to Congress, we need to get her elected senator. I'm good. I am doing this because my background is covering the right as a researcher and journalist. And I feel like our leaders don't understand the right and don't understand digital communication. And those are, I'm not one of those people that thinks everything on the internet is real life, that it translates one-to-one. But it is a part of real life now. It used to be that it was kind of its own sequestered thing, and now it's not. And I did not plan to run for Congress. I do not plan to be in Congress for the rest of my life if I do win. But I got sick of waiting for our leaders to catch up on this, especially as my colleagues and I lost my job because Elon Musk sued the nonprofit I worked at for its unreporting. And what they've been doing to journalists covering the far right they use this as a dry run for what they're doing to the federal government right now. And I just got sick of waiting for someone to do something. I don't want to be in Congress for the rest of my life. I want to get in, do some good, get some fascists out, and then go back to hanging out with my cat and my partner. And I also think a big thing of this is like, I don't think politics should be a lifetime job for most people. I think that having some people that have a lot of institutional experience can be important and helpful, especially to different parties. But we have a very dynamic and diverse country, and we need leaders that reflect that. So like the average age of Congress is 58 and the average American is 38. And this isn't to say that every member of Congress needs to be a 26-year-old journalist. This is to say that we need all types of people in Congress. Like about half of Congress is worth $1 million or more, and not half of America. That's not the case for half of Americans. And part of that is because it's just so much easier to run for office if you're rich. So I think that, yes, we need career politicians, we need career politicians, we need lawyers, but we also need labor leaders and scientists and teachers and journalists and all of this stuff, because it's really difficult to how much magic do I have? Yeah, sure, why not? It's really difficult to legislate on things that are abstract to you. Can I some more hot water? Thank you.
All right, I'm off.
Thank you, Angel. Guys, I'm loving these Cat, you sweet summer child, the work is never done. Ain't that the truth? And this isn't to say that it ever will be. But my goal right now is to get all the people that I used to cover out of our government. Like, it's so weird that the deputy director of the FBI is a guy that we used to make memes about in group chats of like just disinformation reporters because he's such a moron. And now he's the deputy director of the FBI. And like no one knew his name except us and like people that really liked Fox News. It's so weird that just like I did this video in January when I still thought that Democratic leadership might do something. Where I was like, I cracked the code for the Trump administration. No, don't make me a sheep. I don't want to be 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 a sheep. Wake up, sheeple. Ah, Asha, God damn it. I'm going to blame you. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to be a sheep, and I'm saying that in the weird right-wing way. Wake up, sheeple. Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by not being a sheep. Anyways, if you want to donate to our campaign and prove that campaign fundraising can be done in a transparent and fun way, as right here, we will not only keep doing it if these streams continue to be successful, but you're going to see a bunch of other politicians start trying to fundraise via live stream, and I think it'd be very fun. So donate at capforillinois.com/stream. I haven't heard a holy cow sound in a while. That's what you'll hear when a donation goes through, and then we can give you a shout out. Oh, sorry. We were talking about being in Congress forever. And so someone asked, Kat is saying about things about only serving for a few years, but if she's doing good things, why leave? Because I think that our leaders should reflect our country. And that is a constantly changing and diverse world. And it's really hard to legislate on ideas. Holy cow, that's someone donating. You can be like that person and donate at capforillinois.com/stream, and we'll give you a shout out. And that includes our leaders. And there's stuff, it's really hard to legislate on ideas that are abstract to you. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff that like kids in high school are going through right now that I have no idea about in terms of just what it's like to have. Oh, I cracked the code. Thank you so much, Daryl. So I made this YouTube video, and you can find it on my YouTube channel, about Trump administration officials with a triple Venn diagram. And it was Fox News, animal abuser, and alleged sex abuser. And there is overlap in all of those categories. Anyways, all the people that I used to cover, a lot of them are in there. Like Pete Hegseth was someone I used to make fun of when I'd watch the Patriot Awards, which is Fox News' version of the Academy Awards. These are not qualified individuals, and it's really unfortunate that a lot of them are
Holy
just
cow.
guys that I know from watching the same amount of Fox News as an 80-year-old dude who's scared of cities that sleeps in a recliner and watches Fox News 24/7. And this isn't a knock on 80-year-old people. It's like you just got to turn on a different channel because it is everyone deserves better than watching Fox News all day. Anyway, we got 15 minutes, so let's get a couple holy cows in here. Donate at captainillinois.com/stream. I'm ready to give some shout outs.
Yes. Ryan H.
Ryan H, thank you so much for your donation.
William M.
William F, thank you so much for your donation.
Joshua K.
Joshua K, thank you so much.
Samuel R.
Samuel R. Wait, you said earlier we need career politicians. I'm shocked most people are against career politicians. Like, I don't think
Holy
everyone should be a
cow.
career politician. I do think that there is something to be said for building power and building coalitions, but I think we need more than just like people that have been in Congress for a really long time. Anyways, keep going with the shout outs, Asha.
Yeah. Did I say Samuel R?
I don't know, Samuel R. Thank you for your donation.
Josh B.
Oh, fun thing. Oh no, just okay. So when I thought someone was saying, being a dick and they were joking. Sorry, what was that?
Josh B.
Josh B. Thank you so much for your donation.
Neil J.
Neil J. Thank you for your donation.
William M.
William M. Thank you so much.
And I got more.
Awesome.
Okay. Daniel L.
Daniel L. Thank you for your donation.
Robert W. with a 6.
Holy
Robert
cow.
W. with a $69 recurring donation. And the thing about recurring donations, well, first off, nice and W. But the great thing about recurring donations is that it helps us plan
Holy
for
cow.
budgeting. And so if you want to send a recurring donation, that's a great way to continually help the campaign while on a budget. A lot of people send like $5 per month, and that does help us a lot. So thank you so much.
Ross C.
Rossi with 69. Nice.
Yeah. Ion.
Deep Ion, thank you so much for your donation.
Like that. Yeah. And Matthias with
Matthias, you with $69 or $69. Thank you so much for your donation. Sorry, I got distracted by all these fish.
Chris B.
And Chris B with another 69. Nice, nice, and nice, and nice. We had 4 69s. That's awesome. Everyone type nice in the chat. Nice in the chat. Everywhere, please. If y'all haven't gotten Hades 2, by the way, you should. It's really fun. And like, I loved Hades 1, and this is just like a better game, and that's not a knock on Hades 1. It's just that fun. All right, we got 13 minutes. Drop your donate while you can so you can get a shout out.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, that's the sound of someone donating. Thank you very much, and we'll shout you out in a bit.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we got so many nices. Asha, how many people are watching?
Holy cow.
Wow, we're almost equal on
Holy
YouTube and Twitch for the
cow.
first time. That's awesome. And I'm hoping that having a regular schedule will help. We've had multiple times this week where it's like, oh, we could do this thing for, you know, an event or whatever. And then we're like, nope, we
Holy
have to honor the
cow.
stream schedule. We cannot cancel the stream schedule, especially for this trial period. So
Holy
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and
cow.
Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Central Time on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And if y'all heard that holy cow sound, it was someone donating at captainillinois.com/stream. Thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Yes, ma'am.
Anna G.
Anna G with a recurring donation. Thank you so much.
Adrian F. with
Adrian F with $69. Nice in the chat, please.
Benjamin W.
Benjamin W, thank you so much. And Matt H, thank you.
Holy cow.
Thank you for just like letting me play Hades, y'all. This is all I wanted to do. I had a very stressful day. I had to be in like 20 places, which is like part of the thing if you're running for office, but still, I'm gonna be a little whiny baby about it.
Holy cow.
I love that they made Scylla and the Sirens like a band, and they had songs about eating sailors. That's so cool. We got like 10 minutes till this stream is over for today, and so you can chip in at capperillinois.com/stream. Once again, basically what we're doing with this stream is trying to prove that there is another way to do campaign fundraising that isn't just catering to rich people. And by catering to rich people, I mean dialing them and asking for money, because that is literally how a huge chunk, if not the majority, of campaigns are funded, is through this thing called call time. And we're trying to show, because every time candidates hate doing it, and when you ask why we have to do it, the answer is pretty much always, look, it sucks, but it's this thing you have to do. And I don't like that as an answer. I hate being told that's how things have always been done. So you can donate at capperillinois.com/stream. And we're basically trying to show that you can like have fun and be transparent while fundraising for a campaign. And so if like you're really sick of how money in politics is, donating is a great way to show that this proof of concept is important and good, and more people should do it. And also, who knows, you might have like different Democrats playing 2K on stream. I don't know. Ben's good at 2K, I'm not. He does let me do like character customization on the golf one, and that's fun. He lets me buy all the outfits because I'm a girl. Yeah. Huge news for Will.
Pulled through somehow.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Let's hear some donors. Let's go some shout outs.
Weston A.
Weston A, thank you so much for your donation.
Keith M with dollars.
Keith M with $86.47.
Gross.
A joke.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Edward I.
Edward I, thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
Damien M, thank you so much for your donation. Are those the ones we got?
We got more.
Awesome.
Nick M with $6.
Nick M with $69.69. Nice and nice.
And Michael R.
And Michael R with another 69. Nice. We need 3 nices in the chat, guys. Non-negotiable.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Who? Chat makes Asha giggle, just so y'all know. How am I feeling about the campaign? I'm feeling great. And honestly, I've really enjoyed doing this, like this stream thing, because it's been something that's like, I get to do fun stuff. I get to play video games, obviously everyone's highest priority, and talk to friends and hang out with Asha and get to hear from y'all. But also, like, we're just showing that campaign fundraising, just because it's like always been done this way, doesn't mean that it has to keep being done that way. And as our world gets taken over by oligarchs, I don't think the answer is more oligarchs or saying that we have to rely on oligarchs. So just like, this has been really special, and I'm very grateful to everyone who has been joining us for these streams. Thank you so much. And we're at 6:53. You all got like 4 minutes to donate to get a shout out.
Holy cow.
We got 2 holy cows. 4 minutes to donate or you're not getting a shout out. And I wish it could be different, but unfortunately, we have to do stuff like sleep. So yeah, donate capperillinois.com/stream. Let's show politics that, hey, it sucks to constantly focus on rich people and think that matters more than... Someone yelled at me online and they were like, do you think it's better to be held or to be beholden to the masses, referring to y'all, by fundraising this way. And I was like, yeah, I want to be beholden to the masses. That's what representation is supposed to be, I thought. Ugh. Yeah, someone said ear and eye protection tomorrow. If you can, and you're in Illinois, 7 to 9 a.m., 1930 Beach Street in Broadview, Illinois. Come and protest the ICE facility there. We need to get it shut down, and we need your help to do that. So show up, 1930 Beach Street, 7 to 9 a.m. I'll see you there.
Holy cow.
If you want to hang out with your favorite gamer girl and protest ICE and tell them to get the fuck out of our state, 1930 Beach Street, 7 to 9 a.m. Bring a buddy, bring some snacks. If you plan to stay after ICE makes it clear they could escalate, you'll usually see them put on some gas masks or whatever. Bring some eye protection, like goggles. Bring a mask, bring some ear protection. And if you have any medical experience, if you have any medic training, especially if you're like an EMT, please consider being a medic if they're needed. We often run out of those fast and we could use your help. 1930 Beach Street tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. We got 2 more minutes. If you want to donate and get a shout out, you can do so at catforillinois.com/stream. 2 minutes. Let's hear some holy cows, y'all. catforillinois.com/stream. Donate $1, donate $10, donate $1,000. You get a shout out no matter what, because just donate catforillinois.com/stream. That's how you get shouted out. And we believe in uplifting all voices, so go do it here. Oh, that's a good point. If you come to Broadview, turn off facial recognition on your phone. catforillinois.com/stream. I'm not hearing any holy cows, y'all. This is so disappointing. Did I do something to offend everyone? I'm just gonna go straight to Kronos. I'm gonna be like, Guy, what are you doing? Take my family out of time, out of the sand. You know, I could have started at one of my other save files and
Holy
like
cow.
done the whole run, but I thought it'd be more fun to start from
Holy
the start.
cow.
We got 2 holy cows.
Holy cow.
Is protesting difficult with your disability? I have narcolepsy, for those who don't know. I am waking up at like 3:30 to be there early because the deportations happen earlier. They happen around 5 a.m. So I am going to take a melatonin
Holy
literally
cow.
immediately after I log off. And especially with the
Holy
stress,
cow.
narcolepsy gets worse with stress. And so it is difficult, especially afterwards. I usually have to take a nap. God, narcolepsy is so stupid. It's like, oh, I'm so sleepy.
Holy cow.
But I'm lucky to be
Holy
medicated and
cow.
to have a support network that is cool with me needing to take a nap. All right, Asha, do we have some shout outs? Oh, so many shout outs. If you want to be shouted out, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream, and we'll shout out anyone who donates before the end of these shout outs.
Frank S.
Frank S., thank you so much for your donation.
Anthony C.
Anthony C., thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Joanne K., thank you so much for your donation.
Megan C.
Megan C., thank you so much.
Arif M. with 69.
Arif M with 69. Nice. Nice in the chat, please.
Joshua D.
Joshua D., thank you so much.
Jose R.
Jose R., thank you so much for your donation.
Chris B.
Chris B with the recurring. If you want to get shouted out, you can donate before I'm done with this at catforillinois.com/stream. Next one. Kona. Kona R with a recurring donation. Thank you so much. Tammy D, thank you so much. Neil S, thank you so much for your donation. And Sam H, thank you so much. Can you do a refresh, Asha? Amazing. Asha just did a refresh. Can you total it up for us? Thank you.
Holy cow.
Oh, we got 2 holy cows. Can you do a quick refresh? Kona said Kona R from Ohio in the chat. See, the problem of us not using people's locations is that Asha can't flip out when Ohio gets mentioned. Okay, gotcha. David D, thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
I just heard one more.
Holy
Oh, I just heard like
cow.
3 more holy cows. I don't know if those are catching up. I know. Guys, we got to cut it off. If you donate after this, you can't get a shout out. Feel free to DM me if you want a shout out next stream. I got to get Asha home and I got to go to sleep.
Holy cow.
Oh, Kona said her and her mom donated at the same time, so double Ohio love. That's so cute. Why don't you just marry it then? Yep. We should just total the thing, or like have the total right before we go on live, so that way we can just subtract it from our total. Yeah. In the future. Yeah, as we wait to find out our total from today, on Tuesday we got $8,600 something dollars. Our next stream is on Sunday, and it will be Ben teaching me how to play Balatro and also answering your questions. So, yeah. How much did we get? All right. Our chill little Hades stream with very little promo because I was doing 50 things today. $4,523.88. Guys, thank you so much. This is so cool. It is so cool to see this work and to be able to share this with y'all and to be able, thank you, Asha, to be able to like, how does that compare to a 2-hour phone session, Asha? Just like in general, like the vibes for a lot of people.
Vibes for a lot of people, especially people, and I am not a fundraising consultant, know that, but yeah, this would be hours and hours and hours of call time for any sort of primary candidate or a candidate that doesn't have like nationwide recognition, which Kat does have nationwide
especially like for a non-incumbent candidate. Asha, you're a rock star. Yes. $12,000 for our first 2 days of this. Unbelievable.
Crazy bonkers.
Like, so cool. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all on Sunday. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning, 1930 Beach Street at the Broadview facility to protest ICE, 7 to 9 a.m. That's 1930 Beach Street in Broadview, Illinois. Hope to see you there. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I got it.
Make sure you click stop on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.